All right, welcome back to another lesson. Today's topic, everyone's talking about this financial disaster that's happening over the globe. Redacted is live right now. Emergency global market meltdown. U.S. dollar dumped as recession hits. I want to give all the glory and praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai before I go any further, and double honors to the apostles, the elders, the great millstone. And yeah, this is the hot topic for today. Everybody talking about this. Everything is, things are happening. You had investors such as Warren Buffett sell, a whole lot of stock. This isn't really my strong area. I don't really talk too much about the financial stuff, but there's other brothers that's doing good stuff on it. But you got this article that just came out from End Time Headlines. You got the Magnificent Seven set to shed $1 trillion in value. Apple and Nvidia led a sell-off in technology stocks as Monday as U.S. recession fears and Berkshire Hathaway's decision to cut its stake, which is I think that's Warren Buffett, to cut its stake in the iPhone maker punctured a month-long rally. High-performance shares of Alphabet, Amazon, Meta Platform, Microsoft, and Tesla fell as much as 12.2% in pre-market trading. The losses in the Magnificent Seven stocks were set to wipe out nearly $1 trillion from the combined market value of the companies. Yeah, and this is having a ripple effect in the crypto market as well. The numbers and everything are going down. You look at Bitcoin. Shit, everything is going down. Honestly, everything is pretty much in the red. Bitcoin is down to 53,000. It was what? It was shit. Bitcoin got up to damn near 70,000 a month ago. What was that, a month ago? Yeah, shit, not even a month ago. Last week. What's today? Yeah, last week Bitcoin was 69. Had 69,000, and it's at 53,000 right now. So this thing is coming out suddenly. So I'm going to play a little bit of what they're talking about now and grab a few scripts, and that'll be it.
Later in this week, I'm working on a full report right now about Asia because that is really a major piece of this story. But since at least 2023, speculators borrowed money in Japan at near zero interest rates, and then they converted their borrowed yen into U.S. dollars. And that's not going to work. That's a recipe for disaster. It's like robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? Was it robbing Peter to pay Paul? Something like that. So this has driven the yen into the toilet, a total disaster. Now something happened which triggered overnight the Sam Rule recession indicator. So everyone wants to start, are we in a recession? The Biden administration changed the definition of what a recession is, and they even locked the Wikipedia page about recession, so you can't go in and make edits. Isn't that amazing? Like the Biden administration is like, you know what? Okay, we're in a recession. We'll just change the definition of recession, and then we'll have our powers that be lock the Wikipedia page so no one can actually make edits to the Wikipedia page. I love it. Anyway, the SAM rule, recession indicator. You want to talk about this? This is really fascinating because we had it in the newsletter this morning. A lot of people don't know what this is, but I think to our audience, it is, maybe to the layperson, it's a really important indicator.
So it's when a 3-month average drops by 0.5%. So unemployment right now, the 3-month average is, 4.1%.
And I was watching a channel earlier. This channel
The
here,
audio is okay.
it begins global economic collapse, but from real estate mindset. I was watching this channel. They was going into some good stuff on this too, dealing with it from the housing, dealing with the real estate and housing and the effects too. So it's just looking like it's an election year, and it's looking like they ready to go ahead and collapse more infrastructure and bring out that new system, that new financial system that the world is going to be on. So which is not new. This is what we're watching for, because we need these things to happen. We're praying for the end of this world, so the Lord can come back and establish us and gives us peace and rest, and free our souls, free our bodies, free our, turn our captivity. This is Proverbs 22:7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. And so when you look at all this, what Esau does, he has the world in debt. He gets the nations in debt. And while he holds the riches and the natural resources, he has the world coveting after paper money, digital money, things that hold no real value, and he makes them debt slaves. Makes them debt slaves. This is Habakkuk 2:6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, an atoning proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? That's Esau. Esau has increased things based from things that were never his in the first place. He's been a fugitive in the earth, taking lands and taking the resources and taking people. Revelation 18 chapter tell you that he would have the souls of men stored in Babylon. He wants to own all of humanity via getting everyone microchipped. It says, how long? Yeah, how long is this going to go on? How long is the Most High is going to allow this to happen? Because in Thessalonians it said, only he who letteth will now let. Talking about the Most High who's allowing all of this evil and shit to go on. But it says, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Right, him that ladeth himself with thick clay. So let's break it down word by word. Ladeth, which is kabod, to be heavy, to be weighty, to be grievous, to be rich. How about that? Thick clay, abatya, weight of pleasures, heavy debts. So he's rich from debt. All right, he has the world indebted. And through that, there's a new system that's pending, that's rolling out gradually, that's going to have the world in a greater captivity than what it already is. It's going to have the souls and the actual physical bodies of everyone in a digital prison in which he will own and control and be the God of it. Right? So let's get James chapter 2 and verse 5. Hearken, my beloved brethren, hath not God chosen the poor of this world rich in faith and heirs of the kingdom which he hath promised to them that love him? We broke, man. We ain't got nothing. We poor. All right, but we do have the riches of faith, the riches of the understanding of the scriptures. And that's what ultimately the creator of the heavens and earth is dealing with. All right. Verse 6, but ye have despised the poor, right? Because, you have groups, the likes of, your IUICs, et cetera, that despise us, that reproach us, that talk shit about us, say why we look so dirty and this and that, or, you know what I'm saying? They despise the poor, It says, do not rich men oppress you, because aren't you Negroes under oppression as well, or are you free, or are you in your kingdom? Absolutely not. It says, and draw you before the judgment seat. See, because the rich men, they oppress all of us. James chapter 5 and 1, go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten. See, everything that's gotten via ill-gotten gain is going to be transferred, okay, to the righteous. Sirach chapter 10 and 8, it says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. This kingdom that we live in is an ill-gotten, injurious, deceitful kingdom. And that's why it's going to be translated from Esau to Jacob. Okay? Riches. Let me see. Well, look at this. Psalms 37:16. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. That's a good one. But the one I'm looking at is store. So let's try that. Scripture that says basically how the wicked store up riches for the they're gonna give it to the righteous. Let me just type in righteous and see what come up. Yeah, can't find it, but it's okay. We'll go back to that James 5 and 2, your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Yep. And we in the last days. And you know, when it's all said and done, when the elect and, you know, Yahweh Shai, King David come and find these people and pull them out of those bunkers, and they got all those riches down there with them, that's going to be a witness against them, showing that they are these people that these scriptures are, you know, speaking about. And how did you get these things? Did you work hard? No, man, them devils ain't worked a day in their life. They stole, you know, and all these things were passed down from their forefathers that stole and took, you know, and deceived. Verse 4, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which of you kept back by fraud, crieth. Yeah, we crying, man. We out here, shit, man. We going through it out here. People, goddamn, you got Jakes out here contemplating, you know, deleting themselves, you know, shit, all kind of shit, man. And I'm speaking from a personal. I know people going through this personally. And the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. So the Lord of armies hears, you know, our cries, our praise. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter. So even, what's that? Berkshire Hathaway. These people, these little rich motherfuckers, they been living great. Warren Buffett. These are Edomites. These are Edomites living fat. Esau's blessing would he would have the fatness of the earth, the resources. Living good out here. Rich. Children ain't gotta worry about nothing, ain't gotta worry about safety. Life ain't always in danger like us. 4 lessons following Warren Buffett's move to sell half of Berkshire Hathaway's Apple stock. Look. Cash pile of more than $270 billion, man. Come on. $207 billion, $70 billion. Living in wanton, living in pleasure. James 5 and 5, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doeth not resist you. And one way they kill they kill the just, because ultimately the just are the Israelites. Let me look up just. One way they kill us is by leaving us in poverty, by not allowing us to flourish and be natural and thrive the way we normally would. They keep things systematically in the works to keep us oppressed and keep us down so that we don't get up. Righteous, see, the just, righteous, observing divine laws. So that's the Israelites, because only the nation of the children of Israel were the only nation that the Most High knew, that knew his ways and observed his divine laws. In a wide sense, upright, righteous, virtuous, keeping the commands of God. So yeah, going back to that verse, ye have condemned and killed the Israelites, and they do not resist you. Even though you want to say, stop resisting. Yeah, you know, you got your knucklehead Jakes, Thuggo them out there, goddamn. I ain't even do nothing, man. What I do? You know, yeah, you're going to have them. But as a collective, we ain't resisting you, man. You done broke us. You know, you done broke us. But when that time come when you implement that chip and make that mandatory, you're going to get some resistance. You ain't going to get a lot. But you're gonna get enough for the Most High to send his son back and deliver them that elect that choose not to bow. So, yeah, go ahead and bring this thing on down,
and let's
man.
listen to what they have to say.
Next guest saying the NASDAQ 100 already hit his downside target zone, but shows no signs of a tactical bottom yet. Joining us now, JP Morgan's head of technical strategy, Jason Hunter. What does that mean, Jason? No signs of a tactical bottom.
Yeah, so pretty much it can go worse. It can get worse. We don't know if we're at the bottom of how bad it's going to get as far as the sell-offs and the stocks and everything plummeting and going down. It could go down more or it could go back on the rise, but we know that ultimately this thing going to collapse because it's going to be a crashing from the hills. Zephaniah chapter 1, down the judgment of Judah, chapter 1 and verse 14. No, verse 11. Verse 10, it says, "And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be a noise of the cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills." Yes, the economy is going to crash. There's going to be trouble in the economy, trouble in these stores, these businesses. All right, trouble like Ecclesiastes goes into. The keepers of the door shall tremble. How ye inhabitants of Mektesh. Mektesh was a merchant city. For all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. And like they were speaking on in this video, they talked a lot about mom and pop shops. How you know a lot about the economy when you see how the average mom and pop shops and small businesses, how they're doing. And in this economy, they're not doing so well. They're not. A lot of them had to close, during the whole COVID thing, and they're still struggling. People are still struggling. Then also mentioned, not here, but one of the guys on here, Mitch. He spoke about how this guy here, Mitch, he spoke about how 37% of single family households, multifamily households as well, 37% of them are I think he said having trouble affording the roof over their head. So most people almost half of the people that's owning homes right now are having financial difficulty maintaining and keeping property, whether it be tax increases, whether it be having extra money to maintain and keep the home up. But yeah, it's looking very dark, in this future. I'm going to go ahead and close with this one. Ecclesiastes 12:1. "Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them." In other words, turn to the Lord before it get evil. That's because the majority of the people, when this thing really hit, they're going to try to get close with God. And it's going to be too late. Verse 2, "While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened." Right. And sunlight and the moon can symbolize knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So you turn to the Lord while wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is available. And that puts you in the spirit of repentance and understanding and moving in the right spirit, so that you can be found have mercy upon you. It says, "Nor the clouds return after the rain, and the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the houses of the keepers of the houses are trembling." Now these economy watchers, these economic forecasters, these guys in them, that's paying attention to all these numbers, these stats, these markets, and they're trembling. It says, "And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few." Yeah, they claim it's a worker shortage. That's what they claim, and that's causing them. Well, we got to close down business. We don't have enough people to work. We don't have, Gen Z don't want to work. Then at the same time, they don't want to hire Gen Z. Then they got all the robots filling up everything. So there's no need to hire people. It says, because they are few, and those that look out the window be darkened. So the forecasters are seeing this thing, and they're like, man, we in a recession. Like this, this is looking bad. "And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird. And the daughters of music shall be brought low." And you seeing the doors being shut in the streets. That's these different businesses closing down. Houses being foreclosed on. I'm riding in a nice neighborhood over here in my area. Nice house. Got a yard full of shit in it. Somebody done got evicted. Shit all in the yard. Businesses closing down. So we're going to see what happens next, man. We're going to see what happens next. Because, again, we in that election time. And, you're going to have whoever come up. Oh, yeah, how they going to fix the economy. How they going to do this and do that. They finna bring this new system in, man. They finna bring in this market of beast system. Brace yourself. Shalom.